Hello guys, good to see you back. Once again I'm back with a new tutorial related JavaScript. And in this tutorial we are going to learn JavaScript data types. So let's try to understand what is data type. In programming, data type is an important concept. To be able to operate on variables, it is important to know something about the type. In our previous tutorials you learned how we create a variable and how we store value in our variable. After that we can use the variable when we need to use the value. And we already learned about it how we can declare variable using var, let and const keyword. But in this tutorial we are going to focus in values. Basically, type of value is data type. So let's see what kind of data type we have in JavaScript. Our first data type is string data type. If we pass value inside the double quotes, otherwise single quotes, then it will be string data type. And if we pass numeric value without double quotes, otherwise single quotes, then it would be number data type. Similarly, if we type true otherwise false without quotes, then it would be boolean data type. Our fourth data type is array data type. As you can see, inside the square braces we have multiple values. And we separate this value using comma. We call it array data type, otherwise list data type. We are going to learn about it in our upcoming tutorials. Our next data type is object data type. Here you can see inside the curly braces we create another variable. Also we provide a value to this variable. It's play the role of key value pair. So when we use this kind of value with curly braces, we called it object data type. Our next data type is null data type. If we pass x value null, in that case, it would be null data type. But if we do not pass any value in our x variable, in that case, it would be undefined data type. Now the question is, what is the usage of these data types? We are going to learn about all in our upcoming tutorials. I am going to create multiple video related string, number, boolean, array, object, etc. So for now, without wasting your time, let's start the practical. As you can see, side by side I open my Visual Studio Code editor and my browser using live server extension, and I already created a HTML document named index.html. So at first I am going to take a variable name, and our variable name is x. So I'm going to type var x equal to, at first I want to pass a string value. So here I'm going to type hello world, then semicolon to end this line. And if I want to print it, just we need to type document.write, write inside the round braces our variable name x, then semicolon to end this line. If I save this file, as you can see it's print hello world. And now I'm going to duplicate this line 2 times. And here I'm going to pass a beard tag. And next I'm going to call a JavaScript inbuilt function, and our function name is typeof. So here I'm going to type typeof our variable x. This function going to return the data type of x variable. So if I save this file, as you can see, after hello world it's break our line and then it print our variable data type, which is string. Similarly, if I pass only a single character and then save this file, it's provide also string. But what if we pass numeric value inside the double quotes? Let's pass a numeric value 23. And if I save this file, as you can see, it's also print string. Because if we pass anything inside the double quotes, otherwise single quotes, it's always written string. And as I told you, we can use single quotes also. Let me show you. If I remove the double quotes and use single quotes and then set this file, as you can see it's also written string. But if I override the x value and pass 23 again and then set this file, as you can see now it's written number. Because now we pass numeric value without quotes. That's why it's written number. And remember, we cannot use string value without quotation, otherwise it's going to return error. If we assign 23.50 and then save this file, also you can see it's written number. And if we assign negative value and save this file, as you can see also it written number. But if we override the value with true, let me show you, and then save this file, as you can see now it's written boolean. Now our data type is boolean data type. First it print our value true and then it print our data type boolean. Similarly, if I pass false here and then save this file, as you can see it's also written boolean, because true and false is our boolean value. But if I pass value inside the double quotes, let me show you, and then set this file, As you can see, now it's a string. It's not a boolean value anymore. So for boolean value, we cannot use double quotes, otherwise single quotes. So you need to remember it, you need to use it without quotation. Let's jump into our next data type. So I'm going to duplicate this line and here I'm going to pass undefined. If I set this value, as you can see, it's written undefined, also data type is undefined. So undefined is also a value. Let me show you another example of undefined. Suppose I take a new value var and our variable name is a, then semicolon to end this line. I do not assign any value to this variable. And if I want to see the type of this variable, if I pass a and then save this file, as you can see, it's written undefined. Because we do not assign any value, that's why it's written undefined. So I'm going to comment out this line and here I'm going to pass x again. And I'm going to save this one. Once again, I'm going to duplicate this line and I'm going to take value inside the square braces. Our first value is HTML. Our second value is PHP. And third, I want to pass a numeric value. So I'm going to pass 45. So I use without quotes. You can pass unlimited value as much you want. But for this example, I pass total 3 value. If I save this file, as you can see, it's written object. But the most important question is why it's written object? Because it's an array. In other languages, if we use type of function, in that case, it's written array. But in JavaScript, it returns same data type for object and array. That's why it's written object. Let's create an object. For that, I'm going to duplicate this line and I'm going to remove square braces. And here, I'm going to use curly braces. And inside the curly braces, we need to use key value pair. Our key is our name. For name, I'm going to use a string value. And the name is add1minch. Our second value is age. Age 32. So we override our array value with object value. If I save this file, as you can see, it's print object and also it's written type of object. To extract object value, we need to use special method and we are going to learn about it in our upcoming tutorials. So for array and object, JavaScript always return object and you need to remember it. It only happens in JavaScript, not other languages. So I hope now it's clear for you what are the data types in JavaScript. So thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for our next tutorial.